Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. I'm starting two, not one, but two herbal journals, and I'm going to be posting once a week with progress on these. I'm doing a collaboration with my friend Dawn Orahood, who is Scrapbook Sage, and I will be linking to her videos and her Etsy shop because one of the journals is using her digital kit, her herbal digital kit. So this is going to be one of them, and I had this cover that I made a while ago. I do hand painted covers and all of that, and I made there's a pocket, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then this will end up being on the cover. This is one of her digitals with some things, so it'll be sort of like that. And the other one is going to be a medieval journal, and I'm working on the cover. It's not done yet. This will be covering up the other cloth there. I'll have a label on here. I'm thinking something like Herb Wife Apothecary or something like that. And in this one, and of course I haven't done the inside, I do have a curved spine, and it's going to have a hidden spine. It'll be in here. So I did this cover with the where you crunch up the paper and you use inks and things like that on it to make it look sort of like faux leather. And in this one, I'm having lots of little signatures, 3 pages each. I have 15, and it's all coffee dyed paper, because this one I want to look like an old book from, I don't know, maybe like the 1700s or 15 to 1700s, something like that. So like I said, this will be on here, and there'll be a label. So I'm going to put this one aside for now. I want to show you Dawn's kit. These are just on paper, on lighter paper, because this is the ones that I will rip up and use in my ephemera. I have better ones, you know, heavier paper in my signature. So she has basil and lavender. This one says coffee. This is sage. I love this one. And then she has like those for smaller. And then the second part is vanilla. And this one has roses. And clove and sweet orange. This is the one that I did on cardstock that I'll be spraying with matte spray to protect it, and it will be on the cover. And then this one is lemon and lemon strawberry. And then the 4 little ones. That's what you get with her kit. So I printed these on paper so that I could use them. I could rip them up, or I could cut parts out and use it in making ephemera. Okay. And this is the signature that I will have. This will be on the cover. And then this is the signature. And I do have... I printed some of the, you know, like the cards. This is on cardstock, so I can make these into, either journal cards or pockets or something. I did these on a cardstock. Some of the little ones, that had kind of like the double parts, I cut apart to have smaller journal cards. And I mean, I can always print more if I need it. And I cut this off the bottom of the sweet orange because I wanted it to be a little smaller, so I'll probably use this in something as well. So this is my signature. Now I didn't do back to back. I printed each page off, and I printed it on a nice cream colored heavier paper. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding in some of my alcohol dyed papers. They're sort of you call it, I put flowers and vines and things down, leaves, and then I sprayed it. And I do have a little bit of coffee dyed paper in here as well. So this is one of hers. I had a blue page. This one was dyed with Easter egg dye, I think. Coffee dyed. This is one of my, I got eco print. That was what I was trying to think. But it's not the cooked kind. It's laying it down, and I'm going to do a video on that this summer when all the plants, when I go up to visit Wisconsin, because we have all these cool plants, and I'll do a video on it there. This is one of Dawn's. Another fern page. I have a purple. This was also Easter egg dye. Coffee dyed. Here's her lavender page, Dawn's lavender page. This one was sprayed with alcohol ink, but I used plastic tablecloth on it. Another one of her pages, more eco-printed. So this is going to be, here's one of Dawn's. Another one of Dawn's. That's the middle of my signature. Okay, so then kind of all of these in reverse. And on the pages that are more plain, I'm sure I'll have things like belly bands and pockets and things like that. But there will also be lots of writing space. So this is my signature that I'm going to be doing. It's a one signature journal. And this is the end of it. So I had a couple of these made already, so I thought, awesome, that'll look really good. So that's so far. Now I'm going to do a little bit to get ready for some ephemera, and I'm going to make one thing. I think I should have time for that. This is some pages about herbs that I took out of a book, and it was green, and I thought this would be really nice to make tag backgrounds. So I'm going to be doing that. I glue on a dollar store plastic placemat, because then I can wipe it off in between, and when I'm finished I can just wash the whole thing off. So I'm going to be gluing these things on, and when I'm gluing something over a lot bigger piece, I use my glue water mixture. It's near the bottom, so it's getting a little thick. I'm going to put a little more water in. Whoops. I'll do that. I always keep water handy. Whoops, I just turned my TV on by accident. Okay. Get that mixed in good. Okay. Now, I'm going to, this is going over about this far. Whoops. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to brush this on. And I'm going to lay this one on here. Make sure that there aren't any bubbles or anything. I like to kind of roll over it with a brayer here. And then I'm going to do the other side, and I'm going to overlap it here a little bit. put water and glue together to make that. So here we will put this one on. Now I'll be cutting this up, and I don't like to do that until it's dry. So I'll be using these next video. You'll see some of the things I've done with that, or I'll demonstrate some things. So that is ready for next time. Let's see. I have time. I'm going to start and do one thing, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to use an envelope, and I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to make a belly band that's also a pocket. Now I have some scraps of cardboard. These are 2 inches wide. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than 2 inches. And what I'll do, maybe 2 1/4. So I have now a pocket, but it's too big for the page. I want it to be the same length as the page. So what I'm going to do is cut this down, and it'll be 8 1/2. Right now it's about 9. So now I have this open, but I'll glue that shut. The tag that's going to go inside of it has to be smaller, and this one I want smaller than this because it's going to be inside here. So I'm going to probably take off about 1 inch, and right now it is 8 3/4. And so I'm going to take it down to 7 3/4. Now I'm not going to close this up yet because I think I might want to put something prettier than this in here. And this one, when I do it, I'll put a I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. One of those tabs. I'll have that stick out so you can pull that out. And so I'm going to start decorating these 2 pieces. I also, on the back of the tag, I will put it onto coffee dyed. This is a little bit heavier because this is kind of wimpy cardboard. So I'm going to grab my placemat back, and I'm going to I'll do it on this side. Got nice glue on that, and I'm going to line this up with the edge of this. That way, if my paper is a little thinner, I don't see the red and blue through it, because this definitely is thick enough that it'll hide it. Okay, and I'm going to let that dry. Make sure all the bubbles are out. Okay, and I'm going to start with this. Let's see, what do I want to do? I'm thinking that I might put some of this like inside, so that if you do see, open it up, I won't put it on this side, but I will on the bottom, so that when you kind of open it up, it'll be prettier. So this, I'm going to make a cut. I need to grab my pencil. And to fit inside of that, I have to do it on this side of the pencil mark. So I'm going to put this inside of here. Let me cut that very straight. I'm going to have to cut a little smaller. That'll work because you won't be able to see inside of there anyway. All the way in. So I'm going to glue this in here. If I can go on a spot that doesn't have any glue on. Turn this around like this, and I left it open because while I'm filling this in, sorry, make it go right to the edge. Oops. We can cut that extra off. Didn't get it perfect, but it'll be fine. It'll look good. And now that I have something on the inside of that, I'm going to glue this shut. Okay. I don't like how I cut that, so I'm going to just take a smidge off. Uh-oh. Should have waited till it was dry. I'll go back and take a little bit more off when it's dry. Wet glue does not cut well. Okay. Now, I might just put some of the same green on it on the outside and then decorate it up. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue for this. So get the glue on it. And this will be a belly band, so I can put something underneath it, but then it'll also be a little pocket. Did one of these for the Farm Journal if you watched that whole series. And I'm just going to put this on like this. And I will cut any excess off that I need to. Oops, that won't work because I cut it crooked before, didn't I? think what I'm going to have to do is let that dry, even if I have to work on it in the next video. But for my tag, whoops. Cut this down. This will be the back of the tag. I'm thinking that I might want to put pretty much, I think the word will fit. If I do it like this, it'll be all right. A little bit of glue on that. I can use my mixed up glue for this one. Yeah, I told Dawn I was going to do my medieval journal, but when I saw her things, I said, how about if I do a design team thing for you? She had originally asked me if I wanted to do that, and I thought, sure, I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to have to let this dry. Anyway, I'll be probably finishing this next time because I need to let some things dry in between here. So this is what I've got so far. This will be the envelope, and this will be the tag inside. And I'll be decorating both of these. And so I think that's all I can do right now. And I will be back in the next video showing you making some more ephemera. So for right now, this is Carol at Friendly Quail saying, like my channel, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and it's time for me to say bye.